Yo, what is up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this NBA channel. So let's get straight into it. So today I'm here talking about the player that could potentially be the missing piece to OKC. So I made a video kinda like this a while ago, and I was discussing how OKC will not win a championship as long as they have Andre Roberson as their starting shooting guard, because he's such a liability in the offensive end. And offensively, he's a part of what's holding OKC back from being legit contenders. I give it to him. He's a great defender. He's one of the best defenders in the league, but that's not going to work in today's NBA being so one-sided. It's all about versatility nowadays. If you go ahead and look at all the other contending teams in the NBA, they have at least 4 shooters minimum in their starting lineup. Look at the Spurs. Gasol and LaMarcus can shoot. Look at the Houston Rockets. Everybody in that roster can shoot besides their 2 centers. Look at the Warriors. Everybody can shoot on that roster besides Zaza Pachulia and JaVale McGee. The Cavs, they got shooters everywhere. All these serious contenders to win an NBA championship have at least 4 shooters in their starting lineup. And you take a look at OKC, they only got really 2 good shooters, and that's Melo and Paul George. That's it. Take a look at Andre Roberson's stats so far this season. He's shooting like 53-54% from the field. I give you that. But when you go ahead, take your finger to the right of his stat sheet, he's shooting 22% from 3 and also 33% from the free throw line. What? If you think OKC doesn't have it that bad at the starting shooting guard position, take a look at this clip right here.
Was rewarded with free throws.
Not try to sugarcoat this at the same time, and that's a violation. Roberson for 3.
That's tough! You want him to be starting shooting guard on your favorite team? No, I don't think so. I believe your answer is no. And if you said yes, you'd like Andre Roberson to start on your favorite team, there's something else you won't know about. You got problems. So before the season started, I had 2 players in my mind who could start over Andre Roberson. And the first player that I had in my mind was Jeremy Grant, the 6'9" lengthy combo forward with a 7-foot wingspan. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing bad this season so far. He's averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, and about a block a game. But the thing about him is that he has a better shot than Andre Roberson, but he's not a really good shooter either. He's only shooting 25% from 3 too. So he's really inconsistent from there as well. But you know what I'm saying? He's 23. He still has the time to develop a 3-point shot, but I don't know if he really ever can. Right now he's coming off the bench for OKC and he's kind of an energy guy. Okay, so the player that I'm talking about who can potentially be the future starting shooting guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder is Terrance Ferguson. He could be the missing piece. Terrance Ferguson is a 19-year rookie, and he recently had a game that gave us a glance of greatness. The 19-year-old 6'7" guard threw up 24 points yesterday against the Lakers, and he shot 6 for 9 from 3. What also catches my eye about him is that the energy he brings towards the defensive end. OKC just got a steal, and low-key, man, if you look at Terrance Ferguson, I'm not saying he plays like this NBA player, but he really looks like a tall version of Avery Bradley. He got the same hairline, he got the same skin color, he got the same kind of frame, except he's kind of longer. No homo. OKC drafted him at number 21, but the only reason why I believe he fell so low was because that instead of going to college, he played overseas, and in overseas they don't have as much coverage for the players compared to in college. And with what Terrance Ferguson displayed last night, he truly has the potential to be the missing piece to this OKC experiment. I'm not saying he's gonna go off every night for 20, 24, shooting 5 threes a game. Nah, he's not gonna do that. But what I'm saying is, hey, he can play some defense, he's athletic, he's fast, and also he can shoot. That is the perfect shooting guard of today's NBA. He has the perfect frame to be a good versatile defender. He can guard the point guard position, the shooting guard position, and the small forward position. And with that burner on his right arm, he can allow Russ, PG, and Melo to have more space to operate on the court. Unlike Andre Roberson, who can only score about 3 feet away from the rim. Now let me tell you, Terrance Ferguson, he's still really raw and he's young. He's only 19 years old. And he has a lot of developing to do as a player still. But there is a very good chance that as soon as next season or the season after that, he can take over that starting shooting guard role for OKC. And if that happens, that would unlock another level for OKC's offense, because defenders won't be able to sag off Terrance Ferguson because he can shoot. So that's making things easier for Melo, Paul George, and Russ. So maybe as soon as next year or the year after that, he could be starting for OKC. And if that happens, OKC is really up to something. But this is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Give this video a like. Ooh, Mojo, where you get the hoodie from? I know it's clean. Can't tell you. Give this video a like and I'll get right with you. Oh my god. Well, before I get right with you, before this camera died, I gotta tell you something, right? So yesterday, as I was watching that OKC Laker game, right, I just saw Terrance Ferguson or Paul George get a dunk in or something like that. You see that part of your door? I'd like to dunk on that sometimes. Pretend I do all types of 360s and stuff like that. That's what I do, right? As soon as I went to go take off, I fell on my freaking knee and hip. I got that Isaiah Thomas treatment now. That's tough. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little windmill real quick. Alright? Even though this is a football, It's a basketball. I'm gonna do that classic D Rose dunk. Alright?
Check back in for the next fan pass picked off by Rose. Look out. Here's Rose. Rose putting a shoe on here.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
Like the video.